Harry Connick Jr. premieres in 4 days. My friend and co-host Jamie O'Brien got the scoop for you. Remember to watch Harry on the CW22 September 12th at 5 p.m.
You're throwing a pretty fantastic party and inviting all of America. Where did the idea for the party come from?
Well, I like parties. You know, I'm from a big party town. I know y'all like to party in Raleigh too. I just wanted to do something that was very comfortable for me. So we didn't think of it like a talk show or a daytime show or a nighttime show. I got together with these two guys, Justin and Eric Stangl, who used to work with David Letterman for about 17 years. And we tried to come up with something that felt unique, and it felt like something that would make me happy and comfortable, and in turn maybe make the viewers that feel that way too. And it was a show that was an hour long that had music and comedy, celebrating everyday people, having celebrities drop by once in a while, and total spontaneity, just a feeling of what's gonna happen. We don't know what's going on. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen next. And that's what we tried to do with this show, and it ended up on daytime. And I like to think of it as a party right in the middle of the day that people can turn on their TV and just escape the world for a little while.
Well, anytime I get invited to a party, I'm always wondering if there will be food. So I have to ask, will there be any Southern cooking?
Oh yeah, for sure. As a matter of fact, what's the name of that restaurant down there by you?
Oh my goodness.
That is, I think it's like a library / restaurant. I can't believe I can't remember the name, but it's in Raleigh, and it's like a soul food place. I love it. And I remember I ordered some fried fish, and I asked the guy for a fork. He said, "You got to use the original forks." And I said, "I like this guy. I got to eat with my hands." But you know, we're gonna have people coming on cooking, not only Southern food, but lots of different kinds of things, music, and it's just gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah, we know there will be great music, obviously.
For sure.
Right. So are you gonna be taking the show on the road at all?
I hope so. I think, you know, it would be great to get established here in New York. But one of the things that I love to do is tour. And one of the reasons I love to tour is because I like to get out and play for people and meet people that I haven't met before. It's very exciting for me to experience different places. So if we ever had the opportunity to travel with this show, I would love that.
Yeah, we'd love to have you in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That'd be fun.
So taking it on the road or taking it to the streets, I know you have a segment about local ladies, right? Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Sure. So I've been surrounded by incredible women my whole life, you know, starting with my grandma, and then my mother, and my sister, who's a lieutenant colonel in the Army, and my 3 daughters, my wife, my manager. There's just a lot of strong women around. So I wanted to meet more of them because I enjoy learning from women, and there are so many incredible women around that I thought it'd be cool to feature them. So I said, why don't we do a segment called Harry's Leading Ladies, where a woman will come out, and it could be an older woman, could be a girl, but somebody who's accomplished something, either great and well-known or something very small that maybe only was known to her family or her community, and celebrate that as often as we can. They said, well, how often would you like to do it? I said, I want to do it every day. And they said, well, that's going to be tough for the producers to, you know, find somebody every single day, but we're going to do it a lot. And I'm thrilled about that, because we've done a couple of them already, and I kind of walk out of here, you know, speechless and humbled, because there's some incredible women, and I feel honored I get to celebrate them.
That's so wonderful. How did the women in your life feel about this new endeavor of yours?
You know, I think, you know, they've beaten into my head since I was a little boy, you know, how important it is to respect women and to honor them. So they probably weren't that surprised by it, because I'm not kidding. Like, there's so many women in my life, like mostly women. Like when I go to a party, almost invariably you'll find me sitting with a group of women, talking to them. Because I like to learn stuff, you know what I mean? I like kind of just shooting the breeze and talking anyway, but I think when you talk to women, you end up taking something away from it. So I think the women in my life knew, they weren't that surprised by that.
So will we expect to see any of them on the show, maybe?
Oh, my family?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love it. In fact, when we shot the pilot, my sister, she's a psychiatrist, she's an internist, She's lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. She's very, a lot more impressive than I am. In fact, she don't even know this, but I brought her on the show to make me look good. You know what I mean? Like,
sure, she'll appreciate
I'm a piano
that.
player. So, yeah, I mean, if they would come on, I'd love to have any of them on.
Well, we know that a lot of what happens on your show is a surprise, not only to you, but also to the audience.
Right.
But is there anything that you've filmed so far that you know is your favorite and that you're so excited for people to see?
Well, we do these segments called I Got This, where I show up to somebody's house or their work, and they don't know that it's me coming over. They know that a TV show's coming because there's cameras there, and they've agreed to be on the show because they think like a profile is being done on them. But the interesting thing is that I don't know, and I know that's hard to believe, but the producers don't tell me anything. So let's say I'm going to a woman's house, and her name is Phyllis, and Phyllis is a professor of chemistry at a local college, and she's working. She's a single mom. They think they're doing a piece. She thinks they're doing a piece on her about her class. And I show up and I say, "Is Phyllis here?" And I meet Phyllis on camera and realize that I'm gonna have to do her job for the day while we send her off to get a massage or send her out to lunch or something good for her to give her a break. And I say, "Listen, Phyllis, as for everything you do during the day, I got this. I don't know anything about chemistry, and all the ones that we've shot, I don't know anything about anything these women are doing. But it's so fun learning, and it helps all of us appreciate everyday folks that are working really hard, you know, and deserve a little bit of a break."
Well, we can't wait to see it. We're
It's fun.
so excited.
It's really fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
My
I appreciate
pleasure,
it.
for sure.